Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we will be discussing Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 5, text 12. Yuktaha karma phalam tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim ayuktaha kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate. So Krishna here, he gives the formula for peace, which he finally gives at the end of this chapter as well. So we need to understand the real root cause of why we don't attain peace. So Krishna says, a person who is a yukta means properly engaged in devotional service. Karma phalam tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim. He will attain shantim apnoti naishtikim. Naishtikim shanti means perfect peace, unflinching peace he will attain. By what? Karma phalam tyaktva. He gives up the result of his fruitive activities for Krishna. So yuktaha karma phalam tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim. Whereas ayuktaha, a person who is not engaged and therefore who lives for enjoying his senses, kamakarena phale saktaha, he is attached to the phala, he wants to enjoy that phala, nibadhyate, he becomes bound in the reactions. It's easy to understand. For example, you want to buy a house. So, a good house. So, it's not so easy, isn't it? So, you have sufficient income, you qualify for it, but then there are so many people vying for the same house. You don't know whether you will get it. It's an anxiety. And even after, say, let's say you get it. Oh, this man has got this house. And everybody will become envious. Even though they may not say it, they will think, this man is enjoying like this. That envious mentality will come. And you are the source of that envy for so many people. Basically, they are rooting for your fall down. In this world, we should understand that everybody is envious after somebody who has more than you. And they're all rooting for your fall down. Nobody is a real friend. Because you got something what they were planning to get. It could be a house. It could be a job promotion that 5 people are vying and you got it. And every opportunity they are looking, hey, see, you gave this man this promotion and he doesn't know anything and he messed this up. They'll be looking for the opportunity for your downfall. Even when you want to enjoy your holiday. We all have this classic example. You go to this Universal Studio or Disneyland. For a 2-minute, not even 2-minute, 1-minute ride, you have to stand for 1 hour. Sometimes more. And that is the moment you get in, within 1 minute it is done. And for that, there are so many people vying for it. You want to enjoy that happiness. There are so many people vying for it. This happiness in this world, there is only, especially the sense gratificatory happiness, there is a fixed pie. And everybody is vying for it. And the moment you get it, everybody is envious of you. Everybody is trying to attack you. And the problem here is, whatever you get it, you cannot even enjoy properly. Either because people are envious or, let's say, you want to eat some nice food. How much can you eat? You cannot even eat more. But for that, to afford that, you have to earn so much, compete against so many people. Even if you go to your favorite destination for the weekend or for the holidays, you'll be thinking the moment it starts to get over, oh, I have to go back, I have to go back. The anxiety of, again, oh, I have to work hard to get the money I lost. So this is the situation of those. There is no shanti. If you want to enjoy karma phala, there is no shanti in this world. So does it mean there is no happiness at all? Is it wrong to the soul, as a soul we want happiness? How do we get happiness? See, the root cause we need to understand. Indriya Preeti is bad. There is sense gratification. There is people trying to seek happiness from sense gratification. We should not seek sense gratification. We should seek sense pleasure. So what is the difference? So the difference is, sense gratification is you're trying to exploit for the gratification of your senses. Sense pleasure is what is bestowed to you by Kṛṣṇa as your true happiness. Like, for example, you want to go for a drive. The traffic gets so busy at 9 o'clock. So why can't you wake up at 5 o'clock? Nobody is there on the road. You can enjoy unlimited drive. Or let's say you want to go to Disneyland. Why can't you go to a park and spend time with family? Unlimited enjoyment. I'm just giving an example. Why can't you take to chanting of the holy name? There is no competition. Unlimited enjoyment. Why can't you take the pleasure from Kirtana of the Lord, from understanding the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, from meditating on any shloka from the scriptures with full of meaning, by performing service to the Lord? Unlimited. There is no fixed quantity. There is no competition. There is unlimited enjoyment. And that is the true enjoyment, sense pleasure. Soul, yes, has the desire for enjoying life. We live for enjoyment. Anandamayo bhyasat. Without ananda, there is no life. But we are seeking ananda in this material world through sense gratification, which is always going to result in anxiety, misery. This is a problem. Whereas sense pleasure, it is a bona fide pleasure granted by Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa conscious pleasure. That is the difference between a bona fide happiness and an unbona fide happiness. Avidya karma samgnanya tritiya shakti rishyate. Vishnu Purana says. Vishnu Shakti para prokta kshetragnakya tadha para avidya karma samgnanya tritiya shakti rishyate. So Lord Kṛṣṇa or Vishnu has three energies. Spiritual energy, there is Jiva who is also spiritual, the living entity, and then there is material energy. This material energy is called avidya, and one who wants to deal with this avidya, they have to work so hard. Karma samgnanya, there is always anxiety. Tritiya shaktir, avidya karma samgnanya tritiya shakti rishyate. So we need to have faith that by Kṛṣṇa conscious pleasure, I am happy, I'll be happy. But until the point we get to that state, our mind keeps pulling, oh, I'm missing out If I take to Krishna consciousness, I'll be missing out on parties. I'll be missing out on restaurants. I'll be missing out on entertainment. Whatever it is. A fear of missing out. This is Maya's. Maya is always trying to pull. And Krishna is also trying to pull. The devotees are trying to help you. So we have to always choose. Always we have to understand from scripture. Scriptural statements are never false. You choose Maya, there won't be Shanti. Even the apparent happiness you get, yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. It results in misery. You cannot eat unlimitedly and say, let's say your favorite food, pizza is your favorite food. Can you go on eating? The moment you eat 3-4 slices, you know you have to run hard to burn it. Otherwise, misery. Any happiness in this world, sense gratificatory happiness, misery follows. Either the misery has to be spent in terms of running, going to gym, or in terms of disease. Misery is guaranteed. In Krishna conscious happiness, no misery. You can have unlimited holy name. There is no misery. You don't have to burn it. You don't have to work hard. The more the better. So Prabhupada says in the purport, in the Bhagavatam, the cause of anxiety over the result of an activity is explained as being due to one's functioning in the conception of duality, that is, without knowledge of the absolute truth. So the moment you act without the knowledge of the absolute truth, of the scripture, of Krishna consciousness, you only have choice of Maya. You don't have understanding of Krishna consciousness. So it's anxiety. Bhayam dvitiya abhinivechatah syat. Why fear arises in our mind? Because this body cannot be protected. Every moment the body is perishing. The cells are dying, new cells are coming, the lifespan is reducing, and we know that. And there is always anxiety to protect because we have accepted this body as truth. We have accepted that only by this body I'll get happiness. Only by bodily relations, bodily sense gratification, I get happiness. So therefore it is said, in Krishna consciousness there is no duality. All that exists is a product of Krishna's energy and Krishna is all good. So everything you see as part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, activities in Krishna consciousness are on the absolute plane. They are transcendental and have no material effect. As I said, materially you eat something, there is some effect. It has effect on you. But Krishna consciousness, it's on absolute plane. There is no reaction, there is no effect. One is therefore filled with peace in Krishna consciousness. One who is, however, entangled in profit calculation for sense gratification cannot have that peace. This is the secret of Krishna consciousness. Realization that there is no existence besides Krishna is the platform of peace and fearlessness. Haridas Thakur, he was completely fearless. Even he was summoned to the court of the Mohammedan king. And the king said, the Nawab said, hey, you are a Mohammedan, but you are taking to chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. You're always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So what is this? And then Haridas Thakur, he wanted to escape without making it big deal. So he said, my dear sir, so what is the big deal? Sometimes some Hindus also become Muslims. And what is the wrong if I become a Hindu? It's not a big deal. And then this Nawab became very upset. He said, I'm warning you, stop doing this and again become a Mohammedan. And then Haridas Thakur, he was fearless. I will never leave the chanting of the holy name. Then the Nawab said, I'll order you death punishment. Even if you kill me and cut me into parts, I will never stop chanting the holy name. That fearless he was. And he was ordered to be caned in public by dragging him into this marketplaces. 22 marketplaces he was dragged and he was caned like anything. And he continued to chant. And the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, later revealed to him that I cannot let my devotees suffer. Say, therefore, when they were hitting, I came and you see my marks on the back. He showed his marks of this getting hit. I protected you. I could have killed these people immediately who were hurting you, but you are praying for their deliverance. Therefore, I did not hurt them. So, this is the standard of fearlessness of a devotee. He is completely confident that Krishna will protect. Whatever Krishna does to him is good for him. He is completely confident. Even if Krishna makes him go through difficulty, that is for his good. Like this butterfly, it does not resist. The caterpillar does not resist before becoming a butterfly. It has to undergo so much of hardship, that sticky substance it has to shed and it has to come out. And there is so much of unlimited pain before it can shed that substance and becomes a beautiful butterfly. So much of pain it has to endure. But it does not protest, does not resist. And in the end, the product is so beautiful, so colorful. One of the most beautiful creations of the Lord. So even if the Lord makes me go through, it is for my good. The devotee thinks like that. And it is a fact. When you have Krishna with you, when you have Krishna's holy name, you'll always be peaceful and you'll always be fearless. Etan nirvidyamananam ichhatam akuto bhayam. Akuto bhayam means there is no bhayam. When you take to the holy name of Krishna, when you are in Krishna consciousness, there is no bhayam. When Durvasa Muni released this demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj for a silly reason, because Ambarish Maharaj has taken water before Durvasa Muni came for his lunch. So anyway, we know that pastime, how Durvasa tried to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But it is said that Ambarish Maharaj didn't even flinch. He didn't even flinch. Okay, let whoever that demon is, if Krishna is willing, let Krishna kill me. If Krishna saves me, let Krishna save me. Like one devotee was saying, they were traveling in the flight, and Prabhupada was sitting along with another devotee, and some devotees were sitting back, and suddenly there was a huge turbulence. And they have never encountered such a big turbulence of the flight, and they hit some air pocket or something, and it dropped by several hundreds of feet, and everybody was screaming, shouting, yelling, and then somehow after that it happened for a minute or something, and then it all got settled. And then the devotees were little anxious how Prabhupada was, and they all came and inquired. And Prabhupada seemed completely all right, very happy, peaceful, chanting. And then they asked, Prabhupada, are you all right? Prabhupada said, we can die at any time. We have to be prepared. So a devotee is always prepared to die or prepared to undergo anything that Krishna makes him go through it. So this is the standard of ayuktah kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate yuktah karma phalam tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim. So there was one incident in Bhagavatam which is mentioned. Narada Muni, who was born the son of Lord Brahma, first Brahma asked him to become a Prajapati. Prajapati is the one who generates progeny and increases the population of the universe. So that was the need of the hour. And Narada Muni refused. And Lord Brahma became upset and he cursed Narada to take birth as a Gandharva of the, then, he went to the Gandharva planets. And his name was Upabarhana. And as a Gandharva, naturally the Gandharvas are very beautiful, very handsome body he had. And Gandharvas are excellent singers. He was an excellent singer and musician. But the people of higher planets, they're always troubled by lusty desires because the women are of very high standards. So he always kept the association of very beautiful women. And so there was one day a Sankirtan party organized in that place, and he went with the Apsaras and the other Gandharvas, and he began to sing beautifully. But he was glorifying the demigods and the Prajapatis and other personalities like that. And so the Sankirtan party, the great devotees assembled there, they cursed him to take birth as a Sudra. The second curse again. Because he was transgressing the Sankirtan etiquette. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho. Not the Shravanam Kirtanam demigods. Glorify and remember Krishna always. So this was one mistake he made. Second mistake was he was chanting surrounded by very beautiful women. Very inappropriate for him, especially in such spiritual atmosphere. So he was cursed and he took the birth as the son of a maidservant. Fortunately, his mother, who was a poor woman, a single mother, she was engaged in serving the great devotees, the Bhakti Vedantas. And this boy, Narada, in the association of those great devotees, he was given the opportunity of eating the remnants of their food and listening to their discussions and offering them some service. And sometimes his mother was not present and he would do the service, and by eating the remnants of those pure devotees, he became purified. Always the remnants of pure devotees means it's coming from Krishna, and tasted by the pure devotee, it becomes even more purified. Very powerful. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, the Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Bhukta Avasesha, Bhakta Pada Jala, Teen Mahabala. It is said, the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, the remnants of Mahaprasadam of a pure devotee, and the water that washes the lotus feet of the pure devotee. They are very powerful substances for our spiritual progress. So by eating those prasada, he developed the taste for Krishna consciousness. And he developed a strong desire to chant the holy name of the Lord and engage in devotional service. Simply by serving them and eating prasadam. He didn't do expansive Vedic study or performed austerities. Just see how powerful the Mahaprasada is. Prabhupada always insisted anybody who came to temple should not leave without having prasadam. So Narada Muni, he didn't have any education, but he got this perfection simply by engaging in service of the pure devotees. Even to the extent he became so fearless that his mother died, his only shelter, his only guardian. His mother died of a snake bite. He was a young boy. But because he was so advanced that he remained fearless. He didn't even consider that as a disaster. In fact, he considered that, oh, Krishna is taking away all my material obligations and making me completely dependent on him. So now I don't have any other obligation. And he just continued to chant and meditate on the Lord. And the Lord appeared to him in his meditation, and he was tasting so much of bliss. And suddenly the Lord disappeared, and Narada Muni was searching everywhere. And the Lord appeared again, and he told, I gave you a glimpse of the kind of happiness you can have in Krishna consciousness. But now you have to work for it. So we have to work for it. We have to prove to Krishna that, yes, I don't want Maya, I want only you. That is why sadhana bhakti is there. Krishna can immediately take us back home, back to Godhead. But the moment when you go there, you should not say, oh, no, let me go and have a little more of material enjoyment. So Krishna will test you until you are completely devoid of the desire for material sense gratificatory desires. So this life is an opportunity to prove to Krishna that I want you only. Have that faith, have that confidence that only Krishna consciousness can give me real pleasure. Anything else is a Maya pleasure. It is a source of distress. It only comes in the garb of happiness. Like a old person wearing a wig and putting makeup and appearing young. The real deal is bad. Maya covers up and presents it as illusory great happiness. I'll stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.